Hi folks, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Greg, this is all Aboot Candles. I'm your self-proclaimed Canadian candle connoisseur. Today I have a review for you from Bath & Body Works. This was Ginger and Hinoki, and this was part of the Asian Heritage Month collection by designer Kenneth Cheam and perfumer Linda Song. This came out with bamboo and eucalyptus, cherry blossom soju, and roasted sesame. And I'm not gonna bury the lead for you guys. I found all of these candles to be quite disappointing. And so I do want to preface this review by saying that this is not a review of Kenneth Cheam and Linda Song as designer and perfumer. This is a review of a Bath & Body Works candle because I do not believe for 1 second that these Bath & Body Works employees are given full creative control to really do whatever they want. It's quite clear that they have to work within certain parameters. These collections always have a similar sort of wraparound aesthetic with the big box texty label in the middle of it. And they also, as far as scents go, tend to have something for everybody. Something fruity, something floral and or green, something that's gourmand. And so this is a review of a Bath & Body Works candle, not a review of the talents of the two individuals that are the face of this collection, which is ultimately a very well-meaning marketing tactic, okay? Let's get that out of the way. Now, the candle looked nicer than I thought it would when it was burning. I actually really enjoyed the aesthetic of having it around. It glowed quite nicely and the yellow wax was really pretty. Let's get into the fragrance a little bit. We've got fresh ginger, hinoki wood, and orange zest. What I loved the most when I first smelled this candle cold was that it was a fresh ginger and not like gourmandy fall type of ginger candle. You know what I mean? This is a very fresh, juicy ginger. And you get a lot of citrus and something that's a little bit peppery and something that's a little bit woodsy. But what I get first and foremost is really just sort of a citrusy, gingery candle. Like it just doesn't have the depth that I would like it to. For me, I would have liked for the ginger in this to have been turned way up into something quite sharp and spicy, and just more noticeable. And I also need those hinoki woods turned up too. It's a cypress tree that can be a little bit citrusy and very fresh smelling. And so there needed to be a little bit more of a woodsy component, more of a cypress component to this. There just needed to be much more ginger and hinoki. It's just not there. I liked it on cold, but then when you burn it, it's not strong enough to really leave an impression. I really wanted a sharp and spicy ginger balanced with a little bit of woods, and that's just not what you're getting. You're getting a slightly peppery citrus candle, in my opinion, when it's burning. And strength and throw was not good, guys. It was probably a 4 out of 10 for strength. The first couple of burns, really unnoticeable. Really unnoticeable. Getting into the meat of the candle with a deep, even wax pool in a hurricane in a small space, I think I got it to like a 5, maybe a 5.5. But it didn't have a real presence to it at all, which is just so disappointing because on cold, I really thought that this was gonna be a standout for me, and it just missed the mark on so many levels. Now, I will say that this candle did have a couple positives to it. For one thing, it looked really beautiful when it was burning, and this yellow wax was really pretty. And also, the technical performance of it was really good. I burned it all the way down to the wick nickels. There was no discoloration. There was hardly, like, no soot. And it burned really cleanly and nicely all the way down. I think maybe around the mid-range there were tiny wicks for a little bit, but nothing drastic. Strength and throw performance, just not to the level that I need my candles to be at. I have also posted a review of Cherry Blossom Soju. I'll link to that below. That was also kind of bad news bears, you guys. And I have finished burning bamboo and eucalyptus, and I'm almost done with roasted sesame. So I'm gonna have all the reviews of these candles up at some point. You know what? You just can't win them all. I was still excited to go into the store and see a new collection, smell them all, take them home, get to know them a little bit. Just because I didn't ask them to sleep over doesn't mean that they were horrible disasters that I regret. You know, I didn't return any of them. I don't like returning candles. I almost never do. But this one was a disappointment. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me. If you could hit me up with a like, comment, subscription, you know that would mean the world. And until next time, let's burn some candles and bitch about it. Thanks, folks. Bye-bye.